Feeling exhausted? Rest is not weakness. Feeling exhausted? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and like you're carrying too much for too long? If that's you, stay with me because this message is something you need to hear today. Welcome to In Her Next Chapter, where we talk about rebuilding your life, finding your strength, and learning how to move forward in a healthy, sustainable way. Let's be honest, a lot of us are tired of pushing, tired of figuring everything out, tired of carrying responsibilities that don't seem to slow down. And yet, even in that exhaustion, we keep going because somewhere along the way we were taught something dangerous, that rest has to be earned, that you only deserve to rest after everything is done, after you've worked hard enough, after you've proven something. But the truth is, you don't have to earn rest. You need it. You need it to function. You need it to think clearly. You need it to heal from what you've been through. You need it to grow into the next version of yourself. Without rest, you don't just slow down, you burn out. And burnout doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like losing motivation, feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks, being emotionally drained, struggling to focus, feeling disconnected from yourself. And yet, instead of resting, we push harder. We tell ourselves, I just need to get through this. I'll rest later. I don't have time to slow down. But here's the reality: burnout doesn't build success, balance does. You cannot pour from an empty place. You cannot build a new life while constantly running on exhaustion. Because when you're tired, everything feels heavier than it actually is. Your decisions become harder. Your emotions feel stronger. Your confidence starts to drop. Not because you're weak, but because you're depleted. And here's something important to understand: rest is not quitting, rest is not falling behind. Rest is not losing momentum. Rest is part of the process. It's where clarity comes back. It's where your mind resets. It's where your strength is restored. Think about it. Even your body requires rest to function properly. Your mind is no different. So why do we treat rest like it's optional? The truth is, many women feel guilty when they slow down, guilty for not doing enough, guilty for taking a break, guilty for choosing themselves. But let me say this clearly today: rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. It takes awareness to recognize when you need to pause. It takes strength to stop before you break. It takes self respect to choose balance over burnout. And if you're in a season of rebuilding, rest becomes even more important because you're not just doing, you're healing. You're not just working, you're processing, growing, and becoming. And that requires space to breathe, space to think, space to reset. So today, I want you to release the guilt. You don't have to prove your worth through exhaustion. You don't have to run yourself into the ground to be successful. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to take a break. You are allowed to rest without explanation because taking care of yourself is part of building the life you want, not separate from it. So here's your reminder today: give yourself permission to pause, even if it's just for a few minutes, even if it's just to breathe, sit, and reset. And if this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs that reminder too. Because rest is not weakness, it's wisdom. Subscribe and follow for more. I'll see you in my next video.